All right, so British Nigerian boxer Anthony Joshua has been in an accident. I think we all woke up to the news. Very sad day because we all watched this match against Jake Paul, and we all knew. I mean, like after a fight like that, you have to take like a downtime, just chill or something. But the interesting thing is this: it shows how Anthony's like really, really like in love with this Nigerian heritage, because every time he wants to chill, he just goes to Africa and just gets his downtime. Because some people, I mean, I read like a comment and one person was like, why didn't he go to like, Vegas or, Venice or something? Why go back to Nigeria, right? So I don't know why this has to
I'll see
do
it cannot happen in those places.
Exactly. It's almost like, Nigeria is cursed or something. But he's been to the motherland several times. So we woke up to the news. So timeline, I think December 29th, which was yesterday, 11 a.m., his convoy hit a stationary truck. So I think that might be one of the reasons why he hopefully survived, right? Because the other truck was not moving, it was stationary. So we do thank God for that. But unfortunately, two of his, big buddies in the game perished and died on the spot. So, it's tough. It's tough, man. I mean, you also woke up to the news. So how do you feel about it? Because when I saw it, I'm like, no freaking way. One of those things you woke up, it was like DMX or all those other big guys were like, we just literally saw the guy win a fight.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was literally shocked. And the first video I saw, the thumbnail title didn't help me, because it said that Anthony Joshua dies from brutal accident, something like that.
Yeah,
and that's
what do you call it?
Exactly.
Sensationalization or whatever.
Yeah, they blew up the thumbnail. And so then I started seeing other videos and news feed which said that he was like, I saw pictures and videos. That's when I started to believe that he was maybe slightly injured, because he could stand. I mean, not stand, but I mean he could move when he was being helped out of the vehicle. So yeah, that kind of relieved me a little bit. But like you said, to know that he was just out of a fight like a week and a half ago, and then going to chill, as we say, and to be involved in this is terrible. And I think for him, what will be going on in his mind now is not he per se, but his trainers. I'm hearing two of the two people who perished are his.
I think they were seated in the front seats, so the impact they had like the high impact up front.
Yeah.
So so I think 11 a.m., which is broad daylight, his convoy hits a stationary truck. Eyewitnesses confirmed that a Lexus SUV in Joshua's convoy collided with the parked truck near Sagamu interchange. The truck, loaded with grain, stood on the Ibadan-bound lane when the SUV struck it at high speed. The impact crushed the SUV's front and left two passengers dead. Now, this is one thing I want to talk about. It's like, it happens in Ghana as well. It happened with Ebony. Remember Ebony?
Yeah.
It's like parked trucks on the side of roads. This is what people are also talking about. Road safety in Africa is just, nothing to talk about.
Yeah. We don't take, I mean, Kwame Eugene, same thing, another musician. Same thing happening to him in Jolo. He was driving a Range Rover, so he was lucky. I mean, a safe car. But it's just, we don't take things seriously. I mean, you see broken down trucks on the road, on the highways, on the regular roads. And the worst is sometimes they don't even put any sign. So you don't, when you do the license, there are road regulations. They are supposed to have the triangle mounted 50 or 100 meters. Nobody does that. At best, we just cut branches and put on the road. So, and you see, I will not be surprised if cop cars pass by and they don't do anything about it. And it keeps killing people. It's just horrible.
So then, I'm trying to go down the time. At 11:15 a.m., local residents rushed to the crash site after hearing the impact. Video showed dozens surrounding the wrecked SUV, some taking photos while others helped extract the boxer, who seemed distressed and disoriented. You can actually tell from the video he was in a lot of pain. But people also kind of making comments online how the rescue took place. It was a bit too, crazy and disorganized. But I don't know, from my take, I'm like, help is help. You know what I mean? At that moment, these guys are not professionals. Let's not forget.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. If you look at the footage, you realize that even the people who took him away finally were like, it was a police car or something. But I mean, it's 2025. Even if the cops were there, putting him, somebody who has just been in an accident, you don't know his condition, you don't know if he's bleeding internally or whatever, and they put him in a pickup truck, sitting down. You know, we've come to a point where, yes, I can understand that first responders can be ordinary citizens who are there to help, which is something that happens a lot in Africa. People will just willingly come in and help. But I think we've gotten to the point where we don't even have to invent anymore. We just have to copy what other people are doing. If it's good, let's just copy. Why don't we have, on an expressway, why don't we have, ambulances and rescue teams at vantage points? These are not things that are so hard to do, because when someone is involved in an accident, whether the person looks good or not, something could be going on internally. So only medics should be able to handle such a person, to the point where something happens, up to the point where the person is taken to a hospital and you don't even see an ambulance in sight. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but then though, I mean, the statement also says that the crowd's swift response helped stabilize the scene before emergency services arrived. So probably what they did also helped. But like you said, sometimes there could be like internal bleeding and stuff like that. And if not be like a medical expert, you might end up, worsening the case as opposed to you trying to help. So
exactly,
it's a tricky thing to talk about. So 11:30, first responders confirmed 2 deaths. Right, the Federal Road Safety Corps confirmed 2 fatalities at the scene. Officials identified the victims as passengers in the Lexus SUV. Their bodies were moved to a nearby morgue, while Joshua received first aid. So we're going through the time. That was 11:30, first responders. 12 o'clock, Joshua receives medical attention. Paramedics treated Joshua for minor bruises and shock. He declined hospitalization and continued his journey under escort. Sources close to the boxer say he remained calm but shaking. So he did not want to get hospitalized for whatever reason. I think it's a bit risky because she might not know. Like we said, you could have something, internal bleeding or something that is not really physical to see. So I think he should have been hospitalized, but I don't know. So he continued his journey under escort. I don't know if that was like, I don't know, a good idea to just let him continue on his journey.
I don't think so, and I think that in the proper sense of it, they should have,
for somebody of his status, right? I mean,
exactly, yes, he should have. They should have insisted. I mean, this is a world figure, and he brings a lot of how do you call it, prestige or respect to Nigeria. So others could have even come above to take him to the best hospital or something. Like, he cannot refuse it. But I can understand. Maybe he was in shock. All those decisions could have come from a standpoint of shock. That's why I was saying that sometimes you need experts in these, psychologists and all that. Because let's not forget, he had his 2 buddies in the car who lost their lives. So maybe he's thinking that if 2 of my close friends lost their lives, I mean, I'm hearing they were his trainers or something. Yeah. So if two people who are very close to him lost their lives, maybe he was just trying to say, I'm even better, so let me keep going, because what about those who are dead?
But I have also like a different take on that. Do you think it's possible that he just does not have enough trust in the Nigerian, medical system, that he felt like they might not be able to take good care of him?
Yeah, if he was continuing, the details are not out where, like the destination, exactly where he wanted to go. If he was to get out of the country, which I don't think he would do, because if he leaves the country on his own decision, then people will see him as being insensitive to his close friends who perished. You are in good condition and you want to fly out, but at this point, we don't know if he was he was asking to be sent out of the country, or he just wanted to get to his destination for some reason. So I would say, when things like this happen, people act impulsively because they don't really know what they're doing. He's still in shock. So I think a lot of details will come out. We'll get to know everything that happened later. But for now,
So 3 p.m. public reaction and safety calls. I was expecting this, right? So social media is lit up with reactions from fans, celebrities, and road safety advocates. Many called for stricter enforcement on highway parking rules.
Yep.
and better signage near choke points like Sagamo Interchange. So like, Mr. S, like we're talking about this. This has happened like a few times, and I don't really know why we're not trying to fix it. Parking, like, on top of the highway, like, we just moved the truck or whatever to the side. And it happened to Ebony in Ghana, and it happened to Kwame Eugene as well. So now it's like, Anthony, it's like, when do we realize something is a problem that needs to be fixed?
The thing is, it's actually, first and foremost, may the two guys, they are so rest in peace. That is how fast life can go. So it's a reminder that we need to live life and enjoy life as much as we can. But looking at what actually happened, I've been to Ghana, and every time I go, I do drive around, and sometimes you do ask yourself, there are certain accidents it's avoidable, right?
Yeah.
And there are some, it is up to reckless driving and bad roads and stuff. So if we want to actually look at, I don't have the entire detail, but I've seen some few videos. First and foremost, we need to work on our roads. That is one, right? Where sometimes where our trucks and some cars and everything where they park, it's I think we've actually lived with it for so many years, so now we are used to it. But actually, those cars should not be there. You understand? Yeah. So that is where you have to circle around and come back to our road safety, right? What are the measures? Who is in charge? All those questions need to be answered. Then you go to, okay, what actually caused the accident?
So if I can come in with that, because it was caused by, they said the tire kind of like popped, right? It just burst, poof, and then the driver lost control. So that is another thing to add on top of the parking itself, right? The illegal parking. The road itself is bad. I've had people say, they get like the rims cracked, like rims do crack, air suspensions explode, all because of bad roads.
Yeah.
So when do we stop losing lives? I mean, we lost Ebony. Remember, I think I forgot who. One famous actress back in the day.
Is this Terry Bonchaka?
No.
Susie Williams?
Susie
Williams. Yes, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
You remember Bonchaka, right? Terry Bonchaka, the same thing. He kind of skidded off the road and I think drove into a tree. When do we learn these things are things we gotta tackle?
So these things, I think like we said, it's a holistic problem from the way the roads are constructed and not maintained, and from the way the regulators monitor and regulate cars. You see so many rickety cars. And people in Ghana, we do also have what we call roadworthy, right?
Yes.
I don't know what they check, because sometimes when you see a car with two different, two different brands of tires for each part of the car, and different wear patterns.
The car is not balanced.
So exactly, all those things affect. There was a time a mechanic told me, if you're changing your tires, you either change the front two or back two, or change all four. Yes. You can't just change one, because even when the car is imbalanced, those are ABS sensors and other things. They don't work properly. They are not designed to. They are supposed to be imbalanced to work properly. All those little things can even cause accidents. So our regulators, I don't know, we like you said, we got so used to these things. There are little things that we can do, with the cars themselves, the roads, and even the way we teach the
regulations, the sign.
Exactly.
For this highway stoppage, it's a no-brainer. You don't have to be like a road safety expert to understand that you cannot park on the highway. But let's wrap it up, because we don't really have much on this. Reports still keep coming in. But my last thing will be to you, Mr. S. Apparently the driver was going above the speed limit, so that also plays a factor into the whole thing. So
that is what I wanted to say. That is why I said some of these accidents are avoidable, right? Yes, you don't know the reason why, but we have a tendency in our countries where we feel we're driving a good car, we want to step up a little bit. You understand? We have that thing in us. You can call it a show off, you can call it just because it's an SUV or whatever. that needs to be educated into us to change that mindset. That listen, our roads are not in good nick. We need to, when we are driving, you have to, your safety comes first. If you feel you are willing to sacrifice yourself, cool. But think about the next person. You understand? A good friend of mine said something to me some time back. Anytime we sit in a taxi, he sits in front, seatbelt on, right? And then one time I asked him, "Why don't you trust me?" He said, "No, not that I don't trust you. It is the other driver that we don't know that I don't trust."
Yeah.
So it is an education. It is a topic we all need to start having as brothers, friends, sisters, or whatever. We have to put our safety first. The second is
I would say it's
So we just have to live. We don't need to live with it until governments decide to change. We manage what we have, and our safety should come first. And that's what we need to do as a country and a group of people.
Yeah, I think it's a culmination of everything, right? The parking on the highway, bad roads, and also over speeding. You can't really negate any of these things.
And lack of enforcement.
It's a combination of all these. So at the end of the day, it's like, it's already happened. You can't really put the blame on one specific entity or one specific person. So let's see what we get. I mean, they're saying it's under investigation, so let's see what they come up with.
Before we leave, if you have any advice to even Joshua or anybody that is in their group, or anybody that have seen this video and feel very down, what would be your advice? A quick one, then we can all go.
Now, for me, I think it's what we say it is. It's an accident, right? An accident happened because you cannot foresee them. You know what I mean? If it can be avoided and we can see them before they happen, then we're gonna put those measures in place. But we just can't tell. So at the end of the day, just like just try to stay safe as much as possible. I mean, nobody condones over speeding. Nobody condones parking on the highway and all. But like you said, if the laws are effective, if the roads are done, I feel like it reduces, right? It reduces the tendency of accidents. It cannot stop it completely, let's be honest. But at least we know that the risks might go down a little bit. So it's really hard to say we have to do this and that to avoid it, but at least we have to do the right stuff, put the right measures in place to at least, you know what I mean, minimize the risk.
Right. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what I would also say.
Yeah, all right, So prayers to Joshua and his family, and also the ones that we lost. I mean, it sucks, but
It's sad,
like we say, life gotta go on. All right, man. So catch you on the next one, guys.
All right. Let's hear what your comments are. Peace.